Okay, guys. I've got discussion D for you. We're discussing senior behaviors and longevity and how that ties in together. So, let's get going on the presentation I made for you. It's a narrative, a discussion. So, here we go. Behavior is the quiet architecture of longevity, the invisible scaffolding that determines whether aging unfolds as expansion or contraction. Below, below is a full expanded narrative essay on behavioral longevity strategies. The behaviors that build a longer life worth living. Aging does not arrive all at once. It gathers slowly. it gathers slowly in the small choices that accumulate across decades. The morning walk or the skipped one, the late night screen glow, the metal, the meal eaten in haste, the conversation postponed, the breath held instead of released. These moments seem trivial in isolation, but together they shape the arc of a life. Healthy longevity is not a miracle of biology, it's a practice. And the practices that matter most are not exotic, they are profoundly human. Movement, nourishment, rest, connection, purpose. They are the daily rhythms that preserve vitality long after the calendar insists we should be slowing down. Movement, the first language of independence. If there if there is one behavior that predicts whether a person will remain independent into their 70s, 80s, and 90s, it is movement, not athleticism. Movement. The body is built for motion. Muscles contract, joints glide, mitochondria fire like tiny engines. When movement stops, these systems dim. When movement continues, they adapt, strengthen, and protect. Walking is the simplest expression of this truth. A brisk walk stabilizes glucose, sharpens cognition, and lifts mood. Strength training, even with light weights, preserves muscle mass bone density, and balance. It is not about sculpting the body. It is about safeguarding the ability to rise from a chair, carry groceries, climb stairs, and live without fear of falling. Movement is not a hobby, it is a declaration. I intend to remain in my life. Nutrition, the daily act of metabolic stewardship. Food is not just fuel, it is information. Every bite sends a signal to the body about inflammation, metabolism, and cellular repair. Older adults need more protein, not less muscle. Thin with age unless fed adequately. Fiber nourishes the microbiome, which in turn shapes immunity, mood, and inflammation. Whole foods stabilize glucose and predict vascular health, the quiet guardian for both heart and brain. Longevity nutrition is not about restriction, it is about clarity, meals that support energy, cognition, and repair rather than spike, crash, and inflame. It is the difference between feeling older than one's years and feeling anchored, steady, capable. Sleep, the nightly restoration that protects the brain. Sleep is the body's most reliable form of repair. During deep sleep, the brain clears metabolic waste, introducing the proteins associated with dementia. During REM sleep, emotional memories are processed and softened. The immune system resets, hormones recalibrate. Yet sleep is often the first behavior sacrificed to, to productivity, stress, or distraction. Healthy longevity requires reclaiming sleep as a biological necessity, not a luxury. A cool, dark room, a consistent bedtime, morning light to anchor circadian rhythm. These small rituals protect cognition more than more effectively than any supplement. Sleep is not passive. It is the body's nightly investment in tomorrow. Stress psychology, the invisible accelerator of aging. Stress is not just an emotion, it is a psychology. Chronic stress floors or floods the body with cortisol, accelerates inflammation, disrupts sleep, and impairs immune function. It ages tissue outside, from the inside out. But stress can be interrupted. Slow breathing activates the vagus nerve, shifting the body from fight to flight into restoration. Time in nature lowers cortisol. Within minutes, mindfulness rewires the brain's threat pathways. Social support buffers stress responses more effectively than solitude over ever could. Stress management is not about serenity, it's about protecting the body from unnecessary wear. Social connection, the longevity medicine we forget to prescribe. Humans are wired for connection. Isolation is biologically stressful. Loneliness increases mortality risk as much as smoking. Social engagement strengthens immunity, protects cognition, and improves emotional resilience. Older adults who remain strong, socially net, social networks, live longer, live better. They recover faster from illness. They maintain sharper memory. They feel anchored in a world that continues to need them. Connection is not a soft matrix, it is a psychological intervention. Purpose, the psychological engine of health span. Purpose is one of the most powerful predictors of longevity. People who feel needed by family, community, work, or a cause live longer, maintain higher functional capacity, and experience less cognitive decline. Purpose is not a grand, it is often quiet. Mentoring a younger colleague, tending to a garden, volunteering, caring for a grandchild, advocating for a cause. Purpose gives you shape to time, it pulls people forward. Aging with purpose is aging with momentum. Habit and habit architecture, making longevity automatic. Healthy longevity is not about discipline, it's about design. Placing walking shoes by the door, keeping weights visible, preparing healthy foods in advance, pairing new habits with existing ones. Breath work after morning coffee, stretching while the kettle boils. Wearables provide feedback loops that reinforce process progress. Biomarkers personalize interventions. Small habits compound into large outcomes. Longevity is not a single choice, it is a system. The truth at the center of it all. Behavioral longevity is not about chasing youth, it's about protecting the capacity to live fully, to move through the world with confidence, to think clearly, to connect deeply, to remain oneself. It is the quiet work of preserving independence, identity, and joy. And it is available to everyone. Okay, guys, that is it for now. I'll try and jump on later tonight. For now, Gator Wellness. Take care, folks.